Before I get into this video, be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel and to know when new videos will drop. In this video, of course, as you can see from the title, I'm giving you my top 10 TV shows of 2021. So these are my opinions and, my list. So if you don't like it, let me know why. If you thought that some other shows were better than the other, let me know in the comment section below. And I'm curious to hear your answers. So let's get started with the list. Number 10 on my list is Mayor of Kingstown. This was a very big surprise TV show of 2021. It's from Taylor Sheridan, the creator of Yellowstone, and it tells the story of Mike McCluskey, played by Jeremy Renner. It's a gritty, in-your-face show that is really underrated and really crazy, and it just gets better with each episode, and it really, really picks up. If you like gritty prison crime shows and, it like Oz or something like that, then this is a show for you. So number 10 on my list is Mayor of Kingstown. Number 9 on my list is the South Korean original Netflix series, The Silent Sea. Now, I absolutely loved how this was done. It's only 8 episodes, but the story aspect of it builds and builds and builds until the very end of what you want to know what's happening. And when you find out what's happening, it's one of those crazy twists that you did not expect at all, which is why it's great. Plus, it's sci-fi, and I absolutely love sci-fi. And seeing South Korea do a sci-fi series was really different and original because they're really not known for their sci-fi aspect things. But when you watch this, then you'll understand why. So number 9 on my list is The Silent Sea. Number 8 on my list is Hacks. Jean Smart is so exceptional in this role. It tells a story about an aging comedian who tries to, be hip and new with the original aspect and then, the going times right now. And, she is given a comedy writer, but she doesn't want a comedy writer, but they want her to do new acts. It's really interesting because it's a funny show, but it's a heartfelt, emotional show. The whole underlining factor of and the overlayment of how everything was done with this story was really good. And if you don't have HBO Max, get HBO Max because this is a show you really want to see. And Jean Smart is really well known in the industry because she knows how to really, really work the camera. She really knows how to garner a scene, and she really works really well with her co-star, and it's really, really fun. Which is why number 8 on my list is Hacks. Number 7 on my list is Dopesick, which is a Hulu original, which stars Michael Keaton. And this tells the story about the opioid epidemic and, OxyContin and how things are working, the drug markets, the government. It's a really well-written show, and it's very surprising at times as well. And it just goes to show, the pharmaceutical companies just want to do certain things just to make money. They don't care about people's health, and they really dive deep into that, and it's really, really shocking and really, really surprising, which is why it made number 7 on my list. Number 6 on my list is WandaVision. I absolutely loved WandaVision. Phase 4 of the MCU started with WandaVision and not Black Widow, which some people say Black Widow started. It didn't. WandaVision started Phase 4, and we know why. The emotional aspect, the best writing I've seen on television is exceptional. Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany doing a Marvel TV show, something you wouldn't expect. But over the course of how each certain episode goes through each decade from the 50s onward up until the present time where this show takes place is really, really crazy and interesting. And Marvel really hit it out of the ballpark with WandaVision because they knew what they had in store. And it was just a surprise way of ending a show like this. So number 6 on my list is WandaVision. Number 5 on my list is the South Korean original Netflix series, Hellbound. This is a 6-episode horror fantasy thriller where it tells the story of someone who gets a decree or a prophecy of when you'll die. And you have so many days to live and die until these 3 creatures, these demons, come out and take you to hell where you're supposed to go. The underlining aspect of everything is really, really crazy. I'm whispering because it's so insane. I can't scream because, oh my God, you have to understand what you're watching when you see this. Some might find it confusing at times. Others might not. But it's done in a way where it's based off of the manga. And when it's based off the manga, the director captured every moment of it. He took paper to screen and made it work, and it's really great. And I'm really surprised that this didn't get the word of mouth that it should have, but it needs to because it's so, so good, which is why Hellbound made number 5 on my list. Number 4 on my list is Only Murders in the Building. Steve Martin, Martin Short are comedy duos over the past so many decades, and when you add Selena Gomez, you get a phenomenal show of a whodunit, and it basically tells the story of friends who start a true crime podcast when a murder takes place in their building. They themselves become the investigators, and they try and see what's happening, and then its whole aspect of who done it, why they did it, and then over the course of the show, you understand like you yourself are actually trying to figure out what's going on, and when you do that, you're either right or you're really, really wrong. And I mean, the way it was well acted, it was done. The comedy was great. The comedy timing was great. The drama thrown in with the emotional aspect and how everything worked was really good. There was not one episode where it was dull at all, but it was really, really entertaining. So number 4 on my list is Only Murders in the Building. Number 3 on my list is Loki. I absolutely loved Loki and how it was done. The time variance, the aspect of introducing Kang the Conqueror, the character Jonathan Majors plays at the end, and Lady Loki, and it's just... You might be confused at times because, you have to understand what's going on with Loki and where he went after he, had the Tesseract, but everything's answered. You go from one place to another. But it's such a dark show that it's really, really crazy and really, really interesting that you don't expect it, but when you understand what's happening and the surprises that are happening, it's a fun show to watch, and Marvel is really, really good at doing TV shows, which is why number 3 on my list is Loki. Now, number 2 on my list is Squid Game. I know, it's not number 1, right? Well, Squid Game was really interesting and really crazy, and it's probably the number 1 show on many people's lists, but for me it's number 2. And the reason I say that is because it was good, but then all of a sudden, it kind of lacked certain things with certain characters because certain characters were just pushed aside, but the focus was on certain numbers and, certain characters in there. But the way Squid Game was done was exceptional, and being a South Korean original Netflix series and by word of mouth being the biggest show probably of 2021 really says something, because South Korean entertainment, movies and television, TV shows are starting to come into the mold of the American market. And when that happens, you really garner a true following. And when Squid Game became the biggest show on Netflix ever, the most watched show ever, you knew they had something special. I mean, it's phenomenal filmmaking. It's crazy. It's adults playing kids games for money, but they die. You don't expect that, but Squid Game did that, and it was really, really fun to watch. So number 2 on my list is Squid Game. So you might be asking yourself, okay, if Squid Game's not number 1, what's number 1 on my list? Well, the number 1 best TV show of 2021 is Mayor of Easttown. Kate Winslet is phenomenal in this show. This show, from a writing aspect, is insane. It's a whodunit of Kate Winslet plays a detective in Pennsylvania where she must uncover the truth of a girl that was murdered, evidently. But there's so many different connections about who done it, why they did it, and what the whole conspiracy theory aspect is to it. Now, Jean Smart plays her mother in this as well. Now, Jean Smart also played in the show Hacks, which also made my list. So the whole thing about Kate Winslet, she captured the accent so well. She captured the look of the character so well. Everything made sense, and it worked. But when you find out the true nature of how this story ends, it's one of the most shocking endings and twists to a TV show I could ever imagine, period, because it was insane. It's something you don't expect at all, but when you least expect it, you're in for a surprise. And not only that, but Evan Peters as the co-star is really good. You know him from American Horror Story. He plays all those weird characters. But seeing him in a role like this was great. Even Guy Pearce is in this as a supporting character to the Kate Winslet character. It's done so well, and I can't stress enough why this is the number 1 best TV show of 2021. So let's recap my top 10 best TV shows of 2021. Number 10, Mayor of Kingstown. Number 9, The Silent Sea. Number 8, Hacks. Number 7, Dopesick. Number 6, WandaVision. Number 5, Hellbound. Number 4, Only Murders in the Building. Number 3, Loki. Number 2, Squid Game. And number 1, Mayor of Easttown. So let me know in the comment section below, what are your top favorite TV shows of 2021? And let me know which one do you think is better than the other, or what are your top 10 lists for the best TV shows of 2021? Let me know in the comment section below. And do you think there should be a different number 1 than the one I gave? Or, you know, if you've seen these shows, what did you think of them? And if you haven't, let me know if you'll be checking it out. Let me know in the comment section below. And like I said in the beginning of this video, be sure you click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel, and to know when new videos will drop. And I'll see you guys in the next video.